Welcome back, people. Hello. Welcome back to the second video that I'm making. As you see, you might be able to tell I have a better mic now. So we slowly making upgrades to this. We actually gonna try to keep this consistent. Yeah. So today we gonna be talking about Narcos Mexico season 2. You know, hopefully you see season 1 because honestly, I love I love the first Narcos with Pablo Escobar. They really betrayed him really well, and even in season 3 when it was just the Cali cartel, it was still fun to watch. Like it's still, even though all this is based off of true stories, and you can easily find out what happens just by googling it. It's still interesting to watch, and yeah, Narcos has like some really good actors, really good directing. I always enjoy the series, so definitely watch the first Narcos with the Colombians, and then the first season of Narcos Mexico as well. So yeah, this season it was good. It was good. As most of you know, the DA agent Medina, he got capped off last season, which like if you knew the history of the drug war in Mexico, I wasn't around then. But if you did, if you were alive, you probably heard about that because that was a big deal in the U.S., especially since I live in Texas. You know, that's right by the border. So yeah, he was killed, which I was not expecting at all, because cartel was scared to kill an American because they know what the U.S. would do to them. And yeah, when Medina died, I was just shocked. Like I was just waiting for the DEA agents to bust in to save Medina just in time, but nah, he was just killed off. Yeah, so yeah, rest in peace. But since he died, Waltz, the character, the DEA agent that we're following now, he's just working throughout the whole season trying to take down Felix. And honestly, he was pretty unsuccessful. Like he failed. He failed. He sucked. He got his whole team killed. He got reprimanded in Washington, and fuck it, we gonna go to the ending. Felix got arrested, but that was only because the Mexican government wanted to cut a deal with the U.S. to still get the trade deal, and so that's the only reason Felix went to jail. So Waltz, yeah, throughout the whole season, he was just taking L's by L's. Like, yeah, that man was gone. But Felix, I really like Felix's character. Well, actually, yeah, I really liked him because he was getting shit on during the entire time. Like, nobody really respected him because of where he came from, and so he built pretty much a whole empire starting from nothing. And like seeing his transformation from season 1 to season 2, becoming like the lead cartel, like it was really cool. And at moments you thought he was about to fail, like when Don Juan betrayed him and the Colombians still had control over him. I was like, damn, it's all over for him now. But then he came back. He somehow shipped off the 70 tons of coke and became the person in charge. But you saw his flaws in that he was making a lot of mistakes by killing off people. He killed off Medina, which attracted a lot of heat. He killed off some of his own cartel people, which like lost a lot of their trust. And so instead of respecting him as a leader, they started to fear him. And I believe that's something you never want to do. Yeah, so I really like how they did Felix's character this season. But besides them, you really don't have that many other people playing essential roles. You do see the emergence of El Chapo because they did say his nickname last season, but you see how he actually started to become El Chapo with the tunnels and shit like that because he bought that house. He bought a warehouse on one side of the border and bought a house on the other side of the border and wanted to build a tunnel to connect them to move drugs underground. And like at first his own brothers didn't respect him, thought he was stupid. But in hindsight, we see how big of a drug lord he is today. So you see that he was ahead of his time, right? And honestly, I think since Felix is going to jail, I think if there is a season three, hopefully there's a season three, that El Chapo is still going to be, he's going to become the main role in all this because as we know from history, El Chapo's a huge drug lord today. So I think they're going to follow him to what he does. And yeah, I really like the character of El Chapo. It's interesting how season three is gonna go between. Right now they have like four different cartels, right? I know they have Don Juan, they have the Sinaloans, they have the people with El Chapo, and they have like another group that I forget the name of. But it's like four of them, and they all said that they will like control their own territories. But we all know what money does. Like once you get a little bit of money, you want more, right? And so we know there's going to be conflict between all these four cartels. And Felix even called it himself that there's going to be war because when you, as a federation they were united, and so they could control the profits. But since it's going to be split up into four different regions, the Sinaloas, the Tijuanas, Don Juan, and the other four of the group. Somebody's gonna want more money. Somebody's gonna be greedy. One group is gonna attack the other. Yeah. So, have you really liked the first Narcos with Pablo Escobar? If you like first season of Narcos Mexico, you should definitely watch season two. Peace out.